Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Oh, y'all. Look at you. I see y'all out there already. Time is now 8:01.
All y'all is 3 or more. Y'all is 2. Y'all can be 2.
Y'all can be 2.
y'all can be 2 or more, but all y'all must be at least 3 or more.
Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora.
Good morning, Aurora.
The time is 8:01 a.m. and you are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora the second. Oh wait, I know. Right.
That's right.
I was thinking the same thing. That's crazy.
We are also excited to be here. I don't sound like it because it rained last night, and I have a dog that is terrified of rain. Unless I was awake all night. With a tiny dachshund wrapped around my head, shaking. Oh. That's what she does. She, like, wraps around my head.
Oh, damn. Remix! I don't have a pet. So wrapped around my head was an extra blanket for the soothing, bad weather, relax. Bam, you just in there wrapped up, marinating.
Yeah.
In the
no, I love a
covers.
good nighttime rain. I had the window open. It's it's my favorite thing. Cat and I are totally chill. Dog, hot mess. Just like she starts shaking when before it starts raining, because what she's really afraid of is thunder and lightning. But so she starts shaking when the pressure, the air pressure drops, the barometric pressure. She's like my own tiny obnoxious barometer. So
hold on, that reminds me,
because it might rain, which means it might thunder.
That reminds me, yesterday, gotta give a shout out. That's right, thank you for reminding me. Got to give a shout out to a friend of the show, a listener, a fan who I met in person yesterday, and that can only lead to one person, Alyssa O'Cone. What's up? What's good? Good morning to you. Alyssa O'Cone and I met yesterday. That was so cool. Walked out the studio, my head was in a tizzy, had to do this, that, and the other, but then I saw a cool sister doing her job. She said, I like that hoodie. And I knew, so I was like, that's Alyssa O'Cone right there. Alyssa O'Cone, good morning, good to see you.
I also had a run-in with a fan from the show, which was very endearing because for my entire life, I've been told that I should use my inside voice and that I'm very loud and stop being so loud. And then I was walking down the street on Stolp on First Fridays, and somebody stopped me and was like, sorry, this is weird. Are you Jenette? And I was like, why, yes, I am. She's like, I recognized your voice. I'm like, I know, it carries. That's right. And I am trying to remember this person's name off the top of my head, and I'm failing because I'm really, really bad at that. But it was the person who won the contest last week, and she won a sticker. And so now I feel like
Cheryl Brownell?
Sure.
I think there were two people.
Her and Grace.
Grace Cornell.
Yeah.
Grace Cornell.
So both of them won stickers. If you want your sticker, you have to stop by. We need to create clear instructions on our website for how to stop by and pick up your goods.
They're clear. Just come to the studio.
Just come here.
Just come here. 5 East Downer Place Suite. Tea.
For the
just
TV.
like the drink.
For the TV station.
For the TV. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Sweet TV.
Sweet
Ooh. We just came up with something new. Anyway, what the heck? Hold on. Let's now. Don't we got news? We're talking about everything in the world.
Yeah, it's true. Let's talk about news.
Right. Should we do the L news? Should we hit him with that?
L news, La Noticia.
Since it's health related.
Let's go.
1, 2, 3.
Was like a difficult thing for them, and it focuses a lot on those social emotional learning skills. Like they're going to be, like if you are extremely upset, how do you like self-soothe and self-calm, like deep breathing techniques and yoga and all of those kinds of things, which I think is really great. So it's going to be at the 1480 Reckinger Road facility. It's for students in K through 5. And the idea is basically for it to be a little bit more of a therapeutic sort of program. There will be the therapy dog, Vuolo, will be there, and there will be a counselor on hand all the time.
Nice.
And the students, it'll only be like 15 to 18 kids in a classroom. So super cool. Apparently they've already had these kinds of programs, like these interventions for 6th to 12th graders at East Aurora, but they're moving it down to the elementary school level. My only thought I think about this is, as a person who had a lot of like social emotional issues growing up. Like I was that kid who like cried all the time. Like, you remember that kid back in school? Did you have that kid in your class who just like cried, like just would fall apart into tears like all the time?
Not once upon a time.
Yeah, right? Like, well, so like that was me, right? So this is the kind of program that can be really super useful for kids like that who just haven't mastered the skill for like regulating that yet, or like learning how to like be in touch with their emotions. But I think like the thing that kind of concerns me, or that I would just like hope, like the thing that I would really want to see is, is this our program where the kids are there, but with the goal of transitioning out into the wider classroom, right? Because at some point you've got to learn these skills, but then you've got to be able to translate those skills out into the wider world where everybody else is, right? Like, So if it's the sort of program where kids just kind of get like pushed off in there and kind of left there, that may not like I hope that over the course of social emotional development, like kids can learn these skills and move forward.
So according to the story, maximum student population will be 15 to 18 students in each class, making it a junior-sized elementary school in its own right. And according to Dr. Jennifer Norrell, we've always had this for grades 6 through 12, but never had this for elementary kids. Very cool. The open house was jam-packed with guests and included Chief Keith Cross, as well as District 8 King County Board member Michelle Gums, who said she was, quote, super excited to be invited, end quote.
Yes, they give tours and all of that. The other thing that I would really hope that I would want to see out of a program like that is to just ensure that the academic rigor is still there, right? Because just because a kid cannot regulate her own emotional well-being all the time doesn't mean that she's not super good at math or reading or all of those things, right? People and what we're kind of learning as a society more and more with each passing year is that people have different emotional intelligences or different kinds of intelligences, right? And sometimes you've just got a piece that needs help over here, but this other kind is fine. So just because you're the kid who cries all the time doesn't mean that you also don't crush it at your writing assignments. In fact, you probably have an awful lot of feels to get out on that page. So
the chat is lit. Good morning, Bianca Camargo, Norma Peterson. What is up with you? Everybody's here. Oh, Anna Sierra, all y'all. Good stuff. Time is 8:11 a.m.
And then my final thought, too, I'm just going to keep barreling on this one, is that I just also hope that all of these skills aren't just limited to this one program, right? I want a therapy dog in every, to stop by every classroom from time to time. Kids should be getting yoga and the, skills to, deep breathing and self-soothing and all of these things in their regular daily programs. And not every teacher is equipped to do that, but hopefully, if pushing out those programs to all the different classrooms has massive benefits for kids, especially when you're talking in a high-poverty district like East Aurora, where you see a lot more trauma and things like that.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good to see you guys here today. So here's the thing. This coming up weekend, there's a lot going on, and no one can explain that better than Monica, who's got today's local news and headlines for y'all right now.
The Aurora Noon Lions Club will hold their annual Candy Day fundraiser from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday, October 8th at Prisco's Family Market, 1108 Prairie Street in Aurora. Lions will give away mini Tootsie Pops and accept monetary donations to help the visually and hearing impaired. Aurora and Illinois Lions are among clubs in more than 15 states and Australia conducting Candy Day fundraisers. The fundraiser delivers more than 50% of total operating funds for the foundation. For more information, call 630-921-1307. Get ready for Trunk or Treat. Our Friends of Wesley United Methodist Church are holding this great celebration on Sunday, October 24th, from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. This will take place in the church parking lot at 14 North May Street. Volunteers will decorate vehicle trunks to dispense treats and trinkets. A prize will be awarded to the best decorated trunk. Save the date and come out for some fun. Aurora Advent Christian Church will host the denomination's Prairie States Conference, Triennial Conference, Friday and Saturday, October 8th through the 9th. Advent Christians from Illinois, Indiana, and Tennessee will gather in Aurora on the theme of God's unshakable kingdom. The conference opens Friday with registration and workshops. Reverend Matt Moole, Aurora Advent pastor, will speak at Friday evening dinner and worship service. Reverend Mark Wolfington, Aurora University's chaplain and pastor, Advent Christian Church of the Highland LaGrange, will be leading workshops. A delegate business session will be held Saturday morning.
That's right. That's right. That's right. All the news. All the news. Thank you very much, Monica, for those local headlines. And Anna Sierra wants to know, Bridge Bash. Yeah, that's right. On Friday, as tomorrow, is it dressy or casual? You know what, Anna? It is what you want to do. We've been telling folks it's, casual.
Smart Smart cash?
whatever. Yeah. A brother like me is gonna be, dipped. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but I'm gonna be dipped.
What is dipped?
Dipped is, so imagine you got like a pool of like gold or chocolate or something. You got like an apple on it, and you dip in it, and bing, you take it out. Dipped. When you come out looking extra fresh, that's
like
dipped.
Like Achilles.
No, that has a more morbid tone.
No, they dipped him in the.
But his ankle was the weak spot.
Right.
See, this is not the Achilles.
But the rest of him was dipped in whatever made him awesome.
Right, but this is 100% awesome.
They're just dropping you in. Fishing you out with like a...
No. There's nothing. You're not fishing nothing.
I'm just saying you're dipping.
You just dipped.
And it comes out to something.
No. Just imagine. Just rock with it. Right? Yeah. You dipped.
Look, we're off. I'm a little off today, y'all. It's Thursday. Jenettesplaining is normally on Friday.
That is right.
It normally takes me a whole week to load up again for the next week. So we're a little.
So dressy. That's correct, Anna. That's correct. So dressy, but be casual. Be casual though. We want folks to be casual.
Be comfy.
Yeah, be comfy.
But cute.
That is right. Comfy but cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Norma Peterson wants to know: can you still get tickets? Yes, you can, Norma. You can get tickets. You can text Bridge Bash to 243-725. Let me check on my phone because I'm one of the people that get those messages. I was right. 243-725. Yeah, that's right. I had it right. Yes. Oh Lord, it's so true. Bridge Bash. Text Bridge Bash all together, lowercase, to 243-725. The time is now 8:16 a.m. Comfy but dipped. Y'all got it. See that?
Comfy but dipped.
See? We got some fly listeners. We got fly listeners.
I feel like that's sort of like the vibe of Aurora, right?
Comfy but dipped.
Comfy but dipped.
Exactly. Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
That's
like you there with the governor and the mayor, but you got house shoes on, like.
Right. Well, because I feel like every town, especially like up the Fox Valley, right, has like a vibe, right?
Thank you,
like there's some like walking down the street in Geneva has a much different look than walking down the street in Aurora.
Absolutely.
Than walking down the street in Oswego.
Well said. Right? Yes, it is.
It's
yep.
like
right. You see some of these towns, they not dipped at all.
No.
Like this shit downtown? What the? They nothing dipped about this. This is like not even. It's not even lightly dusted with flyness.
Right,
it's not even sprinkled.
Like South Elgin, what are you doing?
For real.
Like, I don't know.
South Elgin.
I had to pick on somebody, right? Like, I feel like South Elgin it's the North Aurora of Elgin.
Grace Cornell is here. Good morning, Grace Cornell, friend of the show. All right, now, here's the thing. And I want to make sure that I got this right because it's Jenettesplaining.
Uh-oh.
Auditor's race that's still apparently ongoing in DuPage County. I heard that only 992,000 people total live in the whole county. What's that about? What's the deal?
So this is a really funny story. I didn't realize that there were any races still going on. But
Jenettesplaining on a Thursday. Yeah.
I know. Get ready. It's Thursday. For anyone who is confused, I am really sorry to break the news to you. If you're listening to me right now and you woke up and you were thinking like, yes, it's Friday.
Jenettesplaining goes back to its regular time next week.
Yes, yeah, it's just a special edition right now. Right. But if you woke up this morning thinking like, oh my God, it's Friday. Oh, thank God. Like last, TGIF. Like, no, I'm really sorry. So anyway, yeah. So you remember how we had like elections last year? In that election, if you're in DuPage, this is for our DuPage County Aurorans, of which there are many. Mm-hmm. So there was a race for auditor, and the auditor of King County, or Kendall, hold on, sipping. We're sipping.
Oh, sip it up. Yeah.
What the auditor does in DuPage County is they are responsible for basically being the checks and balances on all the expenses and stuff that are happening, like waste, fraud, abuse, like they do that kind of thing. And this is an elected position, and the race was incredibly close. The incumbent, a fella by the name of Bob Grogan, lost the race by 75 votes. And
damn,
so,
salty.
yeah. Well, and here's the
salty.
Yeah, 75 votes. There were apparently 466,000 ballots cast.
Woo, super salty.
Which, right, okay.
Sodium.
Yeah, right? Like heart attack central up and yeah. So what's crazy to me though is like there's not even 1 million people in the whole, I mean there's just about 1 million people in DuPage County. Why was the turnout for the auditor race insanely high? Like I feel like when you like most people don't know who an auditor is. But anyway, it was an incredibly high turnout race. It's like half of the
Damn.
county voting.
That's crazy.
I know. And so it's 75 votes separate the two. And so, of course, there was a recount. And the recount is kind of like now it's back to like a full recount. And the fellow who's challenging the former incumbent who lost his seat is paying over $112,000 to get this recount done. And it's
$112,000 to get a recount over 75 votes?
Well, yes, because they have to redo like everything.
Right,
so
right.
because it's actually being done. This is not like your Arizona,
cyber ninjas. Don't even get me started.
Yeah, there are no cyber ninjas involved. It is the bipartisan trained election judges.
See, that's not dipped.
The League of Women Voters is there, like watching everything. Like it's a whole, like it's a legit recount. And the so it's an expensive process. The crazy thing is like the annual salary for this gig is only like $160,000. So like dude's paying like, I mean that's like
he paying damn near his
that
salary.
Is hefty. This he wants it, people. He wants it. So kind of so that's what's going on in DuPage County. I had no idea there was still an election just hanging out like unresolved.
That's crazy.
So other dude's been in the gig now for like a solid year.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, now here's the thing. There's much consternation in our fair city over the recount as well.
Different kind of recount.
Different kind of recount.
This is one where we just count all the people.
Right.
So, yeah. The census, you'll recall, severe undercount of the number of people in the city of Aurora, because if you ask the folks at the Census Bureau, they will tell you that Aurora had a 9% drop in the number of residents in the city, which doesn't seem to make sense because ain't 9% of like houses in Aurora boarded up, right? Like you don't see these massive vacancies anywhere, right? Like
do you?
No, do you see 9% of town boarded up? The last time you saw 9%.
9%? No.
Yeah, the last time you saw 9% of town boarded up was during the Great Recession when everyone was just in there ripping out copper. Like, that's the last time. That's what 9% of houses looking vacant looks like. That's one of every.
9%. Yeah, no.
Yeah, right? So that is not. 9% of houses are not sitting vacant. Occasionally, like very, very few homes are sitting vacant in town right now. And on top of that, we also have all this data from the city that's like in terms of water usage and stuff like that like, and traffic counts. And if you saw, like, if you're seeing traffic go up and if you're seeing water usage go up, those are pretty clear indicators that you're actually seeing the population go up too. But for whatever reason, we didn't count all those people during the census. So now we have hired a consultant.
Right.
To deal with this.
Hostway said that's a house payment in the hood for the last thing we was talking about. Right. I'm telling you. Crazy the numbers. The numbers are the numbers.
Yeah,
anyway, consultant. Yeah, we have
hired a Chicago-based data analyst to deal with this. They've done it before. His name is Rob Perrell. The principal at Rob Perrell and Associates, a data analysis company.
Jesse Rodriguez is here. Angelo Lopez. Good morning to y'all.
And I have no idea how much we're paying him. It doesn't say. I couldn't find any I couldn't find the contract on the website or anything. So yeah, I know, crazy. But I guess if we're paying less than $3.6 million a year to him, then we come out even because that's how much we'll lose from federal funding, because so much of our federal funding is based on how many people live in the city.
Principal Rob Peral of Rob Peral and Associates. He's a research specialist with the Great Cities Institute of the University of Illinois at Chicago, a non-resident fellow in the Global Cities program of the Chicago Council on Global Affairs, and a lecturer in the Latin American and Latino Studies program of the University of Illinois at Chicago. He has also done work in Washington, D.C. Oh, how about that? What y'all think about that? How y'all feeling?
Just today, just in general.
Right. Yeah, just today. Don't let it, Rob Peral and Associates, that's cool. But how are you guys? How are you feeling? Are you upbeat? Are you morose? That's the word of the day.
Oh, morose. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of good reasons to not be morose today. First of all, it's raining outside, which I know might make some people feel morose, and like it's definitely getting darker earlier, but it is like hardcore sweater weather, like
hoodies and Timbs.
Yeah, like get you some cocoa or like some like hot tea, like a nice warm tea, like sit out on your front porch.
Chamomile.
Yes. Or like the apple like spice, like the cinnamon apple.
Oh, celestial
spice.
Seasonings?
Hells yeah.
Yeah, what?
Okay.
That's the best tea.
My baristas right now are so sad for me because of I just want to sit there with my celestial seasonings tea, but like I mean I want to sit with all the other good fancy teas and stuff too, but like come on, it's like the fall thing you do.
They got like a peach tea.
Like allow me to get like super basic right now and tell you that all I want to do today is sit out on my porch with like a PSL and
Celestial Seasonings has like a peach tea with the thinnest slice of lemon in it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
God, it's hitting. 2 sips, you falling asleep.
Oh, that's nice.
The time is now 8:26 a.m. Okay, as a segue before we get to our next part of the of our Jenettesplaining news, Monica, let's hit him with a couple. Let's hit him with like three more quick ones, and then we'll jump back in what we're doing.
All right, so the 3 things are happening tomorrow, October 8th. So October 8th is the date for Bridge Bash 2021, which we have discussed earlier today, but I'm going to keep telling them. October 8th is the date. Bridge Bash 2021 will be a great evening of outdoor fun. This will be from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the venue in downtown Aurora and beautiful Mundy Park. Consider sponsorship for Bridge Bash 21. Sponsorship packages include free tickets for your friends, an exclusive free pre-event, and more. Visit the website at neighborproject.us to buy individual or couple tickets. I have shared the link with everyone on our Facebook chat. Please join the Aurora Area Interfaith Food Pantry for their virtual 40th birthday bash, Friday, October 8th, from 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Tickets are available at aurorafoodpantry.org/houseparty. I'll be sharing that link with all of y'all in seconds. And also, there is a Tomcat varsity football game scheduled for October 8th at 7:30 p.m. at Larkin.
But y'all go to Bridge Bash, man. Okay, all right, yes, that's right. Yeah, Bridge Bash, Larkin. Go Tomcats, go Tomcats. Okay, the time is 8:27 a.m. One more time, I have to say, shout out to Alyssa Ocone. That was so cool running into a fan. I mean, man, that really brought me up.
I know, it just warms your heart. Like I'm telling you guys, my entire life I have been told like, be quiet.
Right.
And I just appreciate having this outlet to be incredibly loud with you all.
All right. So let's see here. Property standards in charge of after-hour fireworks calls. What's good? What's really? Somebody going to jail next year. I watch. Somebody is gonna.
Yeah, or not.
They'll have to.
Or not. No, so some more of the details are coming out about how how the city is going to handle these like after hours fireworks calls. And so our property standards division is going to be in charge of these, like showing up after the fact and handing out tickets for fireworks.
Like I'm not even home.
Violations. I know.
Like,
well,
Curtis
so
who? He no live here.
right, and so here's the crazy thing. First of all, the memo didn't like really explain like how they're going to be trained to do this. Like, it didn't explain like, you know, they'll be looking for evidence of exploded ordnance on the ground or whatever, right? But if you go into ordinance, no, here's the word of the day. Ordinance and ordinance, right? Homonyms, if you will. Are they homonyms? It's the same word, but it means two different things. I don't know if that's a homonym because they're not spelled differently. Oh boy.
The same word.
So
no,
like,
that's that would be a synonym.
No,
a synonym
it's
is
not a synonym.
A synonym is one word.
It means that it's two. They mean the same thing.
Right.
Two words that mean the same thing.
I think that is a homonym.
So ordinance. Okay, so there's an ordinance that does about how we're handling fireworks that doesn't specify whether there has to be expired ordinance around to prove that there were fireworks.
Right.
Basically, the way that it looked, if you read the ordinance, the way that it looks like it's going to work is so long as your neighbors are willing to sign an affidavit, you get the ticket. So
damn,
yeah,
narc,
right?
Narc.
So it is the narc system.
Damn, salty.
It is,
I
yeah,
don't like. Oh god.
I know. I mean, they should just go full on Texas and give us a $10,000 payment every time we narc on someone.
That's
for
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's how that's gonna work apparently. I don't know. Well, I feel like I know your answer to this, but you gonna sign the affidavit?
Never.
No,
that.
of course not. Who's gonna do that?
Never that.
Also, here's
Never
my
that.
other question: is that FOIA-able? Like,
Of course it would be.
Right, because
Yeah.
like the Freedom of Information Act allows you to look up like whatever documents that a city has. So if I get a fireworks ticket, I could
See who narked on you.
I could FOIA for the affidavit and find out which one of my neighbors signed the thing.
Well, hold on. Here's where the conversation gets difficult.
Okay.
Because think about it now. Now this is where I'm coming from, and I think a few of our listeners would dig this. So you get the ticket. Obviously your neighbor narked on you. To go through the FOIA process to find it out is going to be a demonstration. Are you going through all that?
I mean,
to find out
it's a form on the website.
Who narked on you?
It should be a form on the website.
I would never. That's just me though. Like
I mean,
we talked about this.
You don't even have to submit the form. Like legally, you just email the clerk and be like, "I'm invoking FOIA. Send me the affidavit for whatever."
Next year, it's gonna be people on this show like,
oh
my neighbor told on me, and I want to get my word out.
It's
like, damn,
like society
the time is now
about
8:32.
Society is about to collapse around the firework issue, guys.
Hold on, Grace Cornell.
What?
Look at Grace.
What we got?
Homophones are words that sound the same but are different in meaning or spelling. Homographs are spelled the same but differ in meaning or pronunciation. Homonyms can be either or even both. Grace Cornell, y'all.
Grace with
watch it.
Grace with the grammar lesson.
Grace with the grammar.
Thank you.
That's a cool rap name.
Grace with the grammar.
Grace with the grammar?
Yeah. There we go.
What?
Uh-oh. I'm putting ideas in her head. All right.
So
that's it. So basically, all of society is going to collapse around fireworks next year. I don't.
Neighbor wars. That's what Alyssa O'Connor said.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
So I don't know. In the chat, let us know. Are you the one who's going to sign off on the affidavit? I don't know if anyone is. I don't. Like, this might be totally useless now on account of the...
Somebody's going to do it.
Somebody's going to do it.
Somebody will do it.
Oh
Somebody will do it even on the suspicion.
Somebody's like house going to get set on fire with fireworks. This is going to happen, right? This is going to turn into the Hatfields and the McCoys.
All right. So what is next? Now, let's see. There's a rally against gun violence at El Jardín on the 23rd.
There is, yes. So let me pull up the details right here. Oh, no. Is it in my other screen?
Oh, Lord. Hold on. We're going to go to a commercial.
Nope. Hold on. No, I got it.
Okay, we're not going to a commercial.
Okay. So, October 23rd, from noon to 5 p.m., there will be an event featuring All Hallows Angels and
Nicole Astor, good morning. I'm sorry.
And the Think Mural Resurrection. Culture Stock will be there helping to host this event. So, El Jardín is the garden that is at the corner of Claim and Union Streets on the near east side. It's the one that is covered in all the rainbows and the local art, and they've got the the shed there and everything. It's adorable. It's the garden that I God help me started many years ago, that has then been handed off to a couple of times now, and Concrete Rose Studios is kind of like leading the charge on creating this amazing space there for the community. A shout out to Concrete Rose Studios for sure, and I'll go over there. This event is going to be commemorating children and youth who have died at the hands of hate and gun violence in particular. So they are inviting folks who, if you have someone to remember, a child or a young person who has died as a result of gun violence, to attend, and you'll get a candle that you'll be able to light in their memory. And in addition, they're going to have some other fun things for kids, trick or trunk, appetizers, live performances. You can wear Halloween costumes, so it'll be like kind of a cool, sort of like an All Hallows Eve, but like in the sense of like actually remembering the dead in a way that is sort of a celebration of life and also a call to action. So it'll be like kind of cool. So you can find more information on that if you go on Facebook and search Concrete Rose Studios. All the info is there. And they are also welcoming donations of clean, washed costumes for children who arrive without a costume, so that all the kids can participate.
Maria Chirito, good morning to you as well. Victoria Maldonado is here. Good morning to everybody. Tia Dumdy is here as well. Shouts out to everybody. Jennifer Ryan Mayton, I think I said hi to Jennifer Ryan Mayton. We did. Right? Okay, yeah. Jennifer Ryan Mayton, double hi to you. Okay. Aurora Waste Brush and Leaf Collections. That's going on Monday, the October 18th through Friday, December 3rd. Tell us about this leaf collection, Jenette.
This is just your reminder. So you've got to take all your leaves and put them in the bag, right? In the craft paper, the 30-gallon craft paper yard waste bag. But if you do that, Monday through, you put it on your garbage day, they'll come and pick it up. No sticker needed. I kind of forget that they do this every year.
Right.
So they do it. So you can take advantage of that. Yard waste is still going on. And your reminder that bundled brush, if you have all kinds of brush at the curb, this is the other thing that a lot of people don't know, because it started a few years ago, is you have to bundle your brush. You got to put some twine around it and tie it off, but then they'll just take it. So you can put as much as you want at the curb and on your garbage day, and it'll get taken away.
Now let me tell y'all one more thing about that. This is to help you out. Look. It's very easy to do, and you'll thank me later. Break your sticks down. Don't put the long branch in the bag so it punctures the sides of your bag.
The
stick. Break that down.
The sticks go outside the bag. You just tie them together.
Yeah, your joints,
the
your branches.
little stuff goes in the bag,
right?
The leaves and the viney thingies, and when you finally give up on your tomato for the season, that goes in the bag, and then the branches, that just gets tied. You'd be surprised how many people don't know yard stuff. It's a thing. It's constantly a thing. And I would add that you can avoid all of this by just mowing over all of it. You can just, people are terrified to leave their, leaves sitting out on their grass. Oh my God, it'll kill the grass. It won't kill the grass. Just mow over it really good. You'll make, little tiny pieces of leaves, and then it'll fix nitrogen in the soil. And I just saved you on getting your lawn fertilized next year.
Tia Dumdy says 2 foot by 4 foot bundles only tied.
That's right.
6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Daylight come and me wanna go home.
Hey!
Me say day you. Daylight
Come and me one go home. Hey, I've
a
got
beautiful
you're
bunch
just gonna keep
of
going.
ripe banana.
It's gonna go.
It's a problem with doing news with black people. As soon as anything happy comes up, we just start singing. The time is 8:38 a.m.
I just watched
Okay.
Beetlejuice like way too many times as a kid. So I know this
That's an old school movie. That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, I
That
don't
is a
know why I
great
was
movie.
allowed to watch that as a child, but I was. And if you watch it now as an adult, you're like, oh, there's no reason I should have been allowed to watch that.
I had like a mini crush with Winona Ryder in that movie.
Yeah, fair enough.
In that movie, I was like, man, because you remember the scene where,
She's a
like, at
vibe.
the end, she like starts levitating.
Yeah.
And then the like at the
And then all the football players are like dancing around
like
her, like
for
the football
some
player ghost.
yeah, for some reason like that just
Uh-huh.
made a brother's heart like beat. I was like,
Fair
yo, I
enough.
like that. That's dope.
You know, a lot of girls my age, for them, it was Devon Sawa as Casper. So there was just like a ghosty
Who?
vibe going. No? Devon Sawa? No? Casper, he played Casper.
I thought it was an animated movie.
No. Well, there was an animated movie, but there was also like a live action one.
Who did he play? He was Casper?
He was Casper.
Oh.
He was a ghost. Devon Sawa, you'll also remember from Wild America? No? The one,
time
who,
is now
the one
8.
who wasn't Jonathan Taylor Thomas? Oh boy. Okay, moving on. Moving on. All of my childhood crushes.
No, word up, yeah. All right, Jennifer Ryan says that we used to dance around the living room to the Harry Belafonte record, and that was a favorite way before the movie came out.
Way
Shouts
before.
out.
Right.
As a matter of fact, Josue Pais, friend of ours by the name of DJ Venom, also the owner of Harry's Dog Parlor, played that song at our 1-year anniversary party as the end song. Shouts out to you, my brother. Okay.
Okay.
Dora Sanchez Soto is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see ya.
Purveyor of fine alcoholic beverages.
Now, unfortunately, the time is 8:40
Oh man.
a.m.
Holy.
And at 8:40 a.m., our fantastic staff member / intern, Monica, goes about her educational journey. She goes to get her things going,
Good
to
for
get
her.
it moving,
Go do the things.
to do her things, to
Conquer.
do all that she has. That's right.
Conquer the world.
That's right.
Go crush it today.
So we want to say to Monica, have a wonderful, fantastic day. All right,
now
now
we're on our own with the rest of the news. We gotta just
we got these spooky
we
music.
gotta
Hold on,
we gotta
got any-
power through.
That's not spooky.
spooky.
That's not. I guess it's breaking news too, though.
You got breaking news too?
Well, no, I just
No,
hit the breaking
we
news,
just hit the breaking news
button.
button.
I actually do have some
Wait,
news
can
about.
yeah, we can
what-
find some breaking news. We can find some.
I mean, I got some news
Yeah.
that is rather important for us, though, here.
What we got? What
I'll
we
read
got?
this real quick. So there's been a $327 million announcement in household assistance available to low-income families, you guys. Excuse me, in a move to support Illinois' most vulnerable families from falling behind, Governor Pritzker and the Illinois ILD CEO, Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, joined community partners to announce $327 million in Help Illinois Opportunity Assistance through the LIHEAP program, Low Income Household Energy Assistance Program, and the CSBG, Community Services Block Grant Program, by leveraging $209 million from ARPA and through expanded eligibility under SB 0265. The initiative will help more residents in need than ever before with rent, utilities, food, and other household expenses, regardless of immigration status.
Huh,
What do you think about that, Jenette?
Yeah, I think that's great. So one of the things that Illinois actually does relatively well is we have the aid system, I think it's called, where it's just like kind of a one-stop shop where you can kind of put in all of your like data, your household income and stuff like that, and it connects you. It's instead of like going over here for LIHEAP, which is energy, like your gas bill, like getting that paid, and going over here for like emergency rental assistance, and going over here for food stamps, and going to like it's all just like one website,
One-stop shop.
kind of which is nice, like, because I think that one of the biggest barriers to people getting the assistance that they need and qualify for is that they don't know what they qualify for. Like
Right.
it's like not even knowing what to ask for, like because you didn't know it even existed. So like kudos to that.
Right.
Our other good news out of the state of Illinois this week is that on Monday, the governor signed an executive order that prevents companies from contracting with the state, that prevents companies that contract with the state from paying disabled workers less than the minimum wage. First of all, did you all know that this was a thing? So this is actually a thing in federal law, like federal legislation. If like certain organizations can get authorized to pay people who have disabilities less than minimum wage. Like the thought
That is
it's a little bit messed up.
the most
right?
reprehensible
Yeah.
thing I ever heard in my life.
Originally, this is one of those things that came out of like really good intentions back in like the 30s when everyone was out of work or whatever.
How could have an intention?
Well, so the idea was you have people who have like disabilities who maybe are not like suited, like who don't can't like who don't have work experience, who can't maybe work as quickly or can't do, you know, like aren't as adept, like they still have a lot of like work skills to learn, or maybe they need additional assistance in the workplace to be able to be successful. And so the thought was originally like they start in a training program and they don't make as much, but then they get this extra support and training and they get moved into like real full wage employment.
Right.
But of course there were never any there weren't a lot of restrictions or like rules that said like, okay, they can only be paid this much for this long or whatever, right? So we kind of do this with like teenagers too. Like the minimum wage for kids, like for 14 or 15-year-olds is lower than it is for 16-year-olds, right? The minimum wage at 16 is higher, like on the federal level. And the idea is 14 and 15-year-olds don't know how to work, so we teach them how to work, and then they get transitioned into like a real minimum wage. So that was the original intent. But what has happened instead is that you get people who have these disabilities who are working in these workshops where they might be doing like handicrafts or something like that, getting paid like pennies for an hour of work, like stuff that is not okay. And they're like, well, it's a day program. We're taking care of them, blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of like, are you profiting off of it? Because
exploitation.
Right. It's a messy line there, friends. So like some organizations have really come under pressure for this. The Goodwill.
Who are some of those organizations? Goodwill?
Yeah, well, so Goodwill is one of them. Now, the thing about Goodwill is that each Goodwill is a regional organization, so they all handle it differently. So the Goodwill that's in New York City, for example, has really come under fire for like severely underpaying workers. But the Goodwill of Northern Illinois, which is the one that serves us and where I do most of my shopping, does not participate in that. They pay a minimum wage, at least according to their website. So just something to know.
Wow.
But so that is now in Illinois. The law that got passed doesn't actually prevent like Goodwill from doing that. Although again, like the one in Northern Illinois is not participating in this. They're fully paying their workers. What it prevents is any company that is doing business with the state of Illinois. So if the state buys products or services or whatever from a company, they cannot pay their disabled workers less than they pay their other workers. So there are a couple contracts, 35 contracts that will be renegotiated due to this order. Either the company will be dropped or they will be brought into compliance, i.e. they will start paying a minimum wage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It just doesn't,
Yeah. It's kind of...
It seems like
it's kind of messed up.
It seems like every 4 months, something breaks news. Something is... The state of blah, blah just started blah, blah, and it's deplorable.
Yeah.
The state of blah, blah, blah just decided that 9-year-olds don't have to work in coal mines.
And you're like, 9-year-olds were working in coal mines? What? Right. So like the next frontier of this.
I just don't get that.
The next frontier, what Illinois is trying to do is kind of push the national conversation on this, right? Like to kind of eliminate this, like, you know, be a leader on pushing this issue. Of course, the next one, like when I think about this, the next thing that I think of is prison labor, right? That's another thing where, you know, people are severely underpaid for whatever it is that they're doing. and prisoners in this state and everywhere else are doing. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Like you think, like when you think about it, you might initially be thinking, well, they're working in the kitchen or something at the prison or in the laundry or something like that. But like they're also
working on Teslas and shit.
They're creating, like they're building like desks and like all like that's like a big thing they do is a lot of like office supply equipment and stuff like that. If you ever walk into a bureaucratic office and see furniture that looks really sad, like it was made by really sad people, yes, it was made by prisoners, quite possibly. So again, it like the argument there is, well, they're prisoners, they've messed up, they're incarcerated, and we're paying for their food and their clothing and all of their shelter and their medical care and that's all true, I guess, but then we get into a really bigger, like a much bigger conversation about for-profit prisons, which also use these labor standards, and who is making money off of these people rather than actually rehabilitating people back into society, which is hopefully the goal of our correctional system. Hopefully. Crickets. Yeah.
The time is now 8:50. The time is 8:50 a.m.
And in addition to me depressing you by it not being Friday, I have now also brought down the temperature of the room.
This is the last Jenettesplaining ever on Thursdays. For God's sakes, this can't happen.
It's puppies and kittens from here on out. By that I do mean a literal puppy, and we'll post this in the chat, but here's my bone to pick with Bandito.
Hold on, let me get this plug real quick. Plug
fine.
In something
and
here.
Then we'll come back to the dog.
Yes. So 2 things real quick, you guys. October 15th, which is a Friday. Do not forget this. Our friends of Mutual Ground hosting their black and white ball from 6 to 11 p.m. at Hotel Arista in Naperville. Mutual Ground supports everybody. Because it's a black and white ball, all participants and guests must wear black and white or shades of black and white, including silver. Also, 23rd of October from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's going to be Fall Festival. Come see what services are available to Kane County residents. Tons of organizations will be at the Prisco Center. That's where this is taking place, such as the Neighbor Project, Jen Ingram Art, World Relief, Family Focus, and Alive Aurora. Sponsored by State Senator Linda Holmes, the Fox Valley Park District, and State Representative Barbara Hernandez. Save the date. This event is free and open to the public. Last thing I got for you is if you want to learn if you want to get your learn on with your kids and family, then look no further than the Constituent Museum Card. That card is presented by the Office of State Representative Barbara Hernandez, and the card is free through October and will get you exclusive access to the Art Institute of Chicago and the Lincoln Park Zoo. The card can be used for groups of up to 4 people. For more information, call their office at 630-270-1848. And number again is 630-270-1848. Okay. Now, what were you going to say, my dear friend?
Okay. Now, here's my bone to pick with Bandito. So, y'all will remember that the Pooch Parade was this past weekend. We promoted it here on the show. And
Word
said
up.
If you had a really cute dog, you should enter your really cute dog in the Pooch Parade. And we have a winner. The fan favorite is a 1-year-old Shih Tzu named Bandito. And his owners are Celine and Oscar. And he will be the Grand Marshal of next year's Pooch Parade. First of all, Bandito is a Chihuahua name. Is that racist to say? I don't know. Like, I think that I just feel like there are a lot of missed opportunities with the Shih Tzu. Like, for other names.
I think
he's
that
very cute.
I personally think that Bandito, it's more the little feisty nature of the name,
all right,
as opposed to like the type of dog.
And
a little Shih Tzu could be a Bandito.
And he does indeed look very, very like.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. But here's my real problem. A Cubs jersey, people, really. Bandito was the fan favorite because he is dressed in a Cubs jersey along with his owners, his humans, and this is what happens when this is why democracy is important, people. I didn't turn out to vote for the fan favorite. It's never would have happened. We're all participating in democracy.
You wouldn't have voted for Bandito?
For the Cubs jersey dog? No.
Why not? How could that be the one disqualified? It's a Pooch Parade, not a sports parade. Okay, so let me hold on. Let me make sure I got this.
I mean,
let me make sure I got this right.
How many other dogs were there? Come on.
Let me make sure I got this right,
You're
because
telling me
I want to make sure. You're saying is all of the credentials for the pooch braid, cutism, grooming,
Cutism
and all.
is important.
I just made that word up. Cutism, grooming,
Yes.
and all that. All that is gone.
Disqualified
because of the.
Look, we live in a divisive enough society. We don't have to be north side, south side divisive too. Like there are other cute
But what's
outfits.
more divisive than dissing the dog just because of the sports jersey?
There are other cute outfits you could have put the Shih Tzu in. That's all I'm saying. But apparently, I'm outnumbered here. Anyway, he's very cute. We'll post the link to the picture. You can all disagree with me. It's fine. It
looked like a well-attended event,
ball.
though. It looked like a really good, positive event for the city. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, look, animals, they're cute. People like them. Go adopt one, and then go adopt one from animal control.
Right.
And then you two can enter your pooch in the pooch parade, and they can be the grand marshal.
Now here we'll bring it back for him with some human news about sports. So this has been dropped by our friends of the Aurora area CV Bizzle. That's the Convention and Visitors Bureau. The Stewart's Sports Complex is hosting the Ripken Baseball Tournament in 2022. This is good news. The estimated economic impact will be totaling over $990,000 to Aurora area lodging and hospitality businesses.
Shout out to the AACVB for bringing the cash.
So Ripken Baseball is a joint venture by brothers and former Major League Baseball players, Cal and Billy Ripken. It's the first multi-city tour through their newly added Ripken Select Tournaments program. The program includes a week-long event at Stewart Sports Complex to be held July 10th through the 15th of next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Not this year. The July already happened.
Yeah, combining fields and experiences that make every young ball player feel like a big leaguer. Ripken Select Tournaments promises lifelong family memories to go along with opening ceremonies, skill competitions, player announcements, walk-up music, and a tournament appearance by a former major leaguer. Hey. Frog in the corn, and he go riding.
That's right. So shout out to the CVB for bringing a bunch of people. So what a lot of people don't realize about the CVB is that it's like, first of all, they don't know what a CVB is, and what their job is to bring people to the area, right, to experience all that the Aurora area has to offer, right? But one of the ways they do that, like people think of things like telling people to go to the Paramount, telling people to go to like the this water parks and stuff like that, all the cool things that we have here. But one of the biggest ways that they do that is actually by bringing sports competitions, like especially youth sports competitions, right? Because if you ever ask any like soccer mom with a kid on like a traveling team, they spend so much money every year, right, going to all of these like tournaments and stuff like that, and they gotta stay in the hotels and they're buying food and blah, blah, like all of these, and they got to run to Walgreens because somebody forgot something, right? Like, and that all drives economic activity in the area. So, yeah, shout out to the CVB.
All right, it's 8:57 a.m. Tomorrow's Friday. What's your plans for the weekend?
I have some gardening to do because, everything's on clearance right now. And it's a great time to like snatch up some like shrubs. I'm planting some shrubbery.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool.
I'm pretty excited for them.
Okay.
So especially because speaking of neighbors who set off fireworks, they're hopefully gonna grow and kind of give me a little privacy.
In your yard there on the left side?
Yeah, on the back, out there in the back.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Word up.
So that's big, exciting plans. I may go to the circus in the city. I got my best friend is trapeze artist. If you thought I was the most interesting person you've ever heard talk, my best friend is trapeze artist. So.
What circus?
It is the Erotic Circus, and it is at Joy District, and it's been going on for most of the fall. Thursday, I think it's like Thursdays through Saturdays or something like that. So yeah. I still have to decide which day I'm going, Friday or Saturday, but it comes with a couple drinks, super fun time. It's an amazing show, and it's high level, like, so this is not like backyard circus, although backyard circus is nothing to That's cool. But this is like Cirque du Soleil level performers and stuff like that. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, all of you wonderful people. The time is 8:59 a.m. So we hope that you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. We're gonna get out of here and continue interviewing people. So I want you guys to have the best possible day that you can. As Jenette and I just talked about on the show today,
It is not Friday.
it is not Friday.
We are sorry about that.
Yeah, we apologize about that for you guys. We can't control the weather or the week and make the days
Just
line
like
up.
spin up the globe a little bit. Just Superman style.
We can't do that, but we can give you guys good news. So we hope that you guys have a blessed day, and we hope that you guys enjoyed the show. Subscribe to the show on YouTube.
This is me pointing to
YOU. It's right there.
It's down.
Hold on.
It's that way. It's that way. Yeah.
There it. See? In my hand. Boop. Right there.
Hit the button.
This is pretty cool.
Hit the button.
Bam. Hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Other than that, be strong, be positive, be motivated, and above all, take care of yourself and each other.
Adios, Aurora.
Let's say it together.
What?
Let's say it together.
You have to say my thing together then.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it all together. You ready?
Okay,
All right. So
alright.
let's hold on.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
scratch that up. Yeah. All right.
Take
Take care of yourself and each other.
Adios,
Adios, Aurora. Ooh, that was good. I like that.